Let me share some bullshit with you folks. Anytime you have to force something, it's kind of like a fart. It's probably shit. It's one thing Jeremy and I pride ourselves on. We don't really force nothing, usually. We just let shit flow. If you just let it flow and ride out, you have fewer issues, problems. Things turn out well. I stopped trying to force, finding the right. Oh, I gotta find the right people. Oh, and when I had a company prior to this one, we needed bodies to do the work. Forcing the issue does nothing for you, but cause you to find less than suitable acceptable. We really pushed our limits with where we're working currently and what we can get done satisfactorily, and we fell short of the mark last week. I don't think we fucked anything up, but no, we didn't send anything out fucked up. But forcing it creates mistakes and issues. Here it is Tuesday. Our aim was to move over Memorial Day weekend. Well, my aim was to move over Memorial Day weekend. I would have had Jeremy for a little bit of it, and then just various additional help. There's a few people locally that may or may not lend a hand. I don't know. I threw it out there on the interwebs and make a couple phone calls and inquiry and leave it at that. I don't ask for help often. I ask very little of most folks around me, just because I'd rather not ask and suffer through than ask and be disappointed at this point in my life. We've got the 2 good payday projects done. Jeremy's putting the last 5 or 6 screws, couple plastic snap clips, in an inner fender well. And I'm going to call the owner, we're going to ship it. We'll get that shoved immediately. Let them look it over. I don't know. Shouldn't be anything at all. So, yay me, that's good. We're probably going to finish our day off on that. We'll run to the bank, get that cash. We will meet up with the owner of the Ford. I hope to wrap up that video set tonight. I don't know which you'll see first, my babbling here incoherently or the last Ford segment, but I want to catch the owner on video, letting him check out his Ford, because let me see, the artist will always see flaw in their creation. That's just the natural reign of things, okay? If there isn't something you could have done better as you go through it and you see it, and then you're not impassioned in what you're doing. If you're not like, fuck, I could have, if you in all your projects you roll out, if you ever get to a point that you don't have that, fuck, I could have, oh man, I wish I had, then you're just going through the motions at that point, which is fine. That's how you make money. I aim to be impassioned about what I'm doing for the long term. So that being said, we got a project out here for a car lot. Should be a 1-day project. I hope to get it done Thursday. Hope to get things moved. tomorrow, and then get things functional, moved and functional tomorrow, and I'll just have the cars dragged over as we're working during the week. We're going to have less room at first than we have here because things are going to be scattered, piled up, just a mess. But in all, we'll deal. And then hammer out that car Thursday, and then have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I can basically live at the shop. I've been stressing out over all this, and I've been slipping from my personal best, so I gotta slow down and just catch a groove. And everybody's got their voodoo, mysticism, good luck charm, whatever. Mine is I'll kick it with some reggae and just chill out and find the groove. Music's always been my go-to drug, as it were. There was a time in my life that booze was my go-to drug, but that don't get you nowhere but in trouble. Nasty side effect of booze is you break out in handcuffs. Not my idea of a good time. So this is running short on time. I've already been rambling about 8 minutes. I want to pop in. Today we've just been following a slow, methodic pace. We're not in a big hurry. We know what we got to do, so we're doing it. We're doing our jobs, and we're going through the paces. Tomorrow noon we pick up the U-Haul. So we'll start off the day with Jeremy and I will start packing more boxes. I'll probably pack some boxes yet tonight. And boxes are nice because you can stack them. There's a lot of shit that's just gonna throw in there loose. Nothing I can do about it. Cabinets and tools, and I want something closed. I could get a flatbed trailer cheaper, and I know I could get someone with a pickup. I don't have a running pickup right now. You saw my '79 Chevy. I'm gonna drag that over there, get it running. I'm gonna start driving it. This is a big step for us. Big step in a forward direction. It's scary as hell. Don't like it. Don't want to do it right now, but life necessitates it. Isaac Asimov is one of my favorite authors. I read quite a bit, and one of his more famous works, Foundation, keeps coming up. Don't do anything till you've only got the one option left. Patience being that virtue. Don't make a move prematurely. You weigh out everything that's going on, and it will present itself to you as the only option you've got. That's where we're at. We're exercising the only option we've got. Yeah. I'm definitely a book nerd. I've always got something I'm reading. I've got, let me see, Fahrenheit 451 and by Bradbury, and Time Enough for Love by Lovecraft I'm reading. Or not Lovecraft, gosh. By Robert Heinlein I'm reading. And then I read a few short stories from Lovecraft to my kids at night, or we're in the middle of another Heinlein novel, Have Spacesuit Will Travel. So I'm raising my kids to read too. And a lot of what I read is fiction-based, science fiction and fantasy and such. The authors I read are far greater, far smarter men than I, and there's definite large nuggets of wisdom in what they write, although it be laid out in a fictive sense. We're not setting out to reinvent the wheel. It's already been done. We're just looking to perfect the design for our personal uses. So we're going to get this operation moved and out of here. get it over to a new location. I think I'm gonna have to build some hutches and stuff to stack and put stuff away, workbenches, the like. So you'll see a lot of that. I've got a bunch of material to buy, I guess. I'll talk to y'all later. You have a great night. Alright, this is the Cataclysm and Daisy, my baby girl Daisy. The Cataclysm that was the old shop. Over there, remember, was the carb station. We had the big blue chemical cabinet, my toolboxes. We had toolboxes over here. No Miss Ivy. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff we're gonna have to. We got a bunch of shit to get together later. But here, let's show you this. Some bitch full. On my next move, it'll take 5 of those.
We're done.
So we're gonna take it over. Told y'all I'd get some shots of the shop. Empty. This is empty as it's probably ever gonna be. So there you go. We got parts for all the vehicles to swap around and get over there still, but we got plans on how we're gonna do it. Alright, so we're on the move, taxing this poor U-Haul heavily. This is a little road called Morningstar Drive. We're going to go over, all you folks traveling in the United States who've been across 3580, that's where Highway 35 and Highway 80 come together. A union right there, that's Highway 3580 going through Des Moines, Iowa at rush hour. We're going over it in our easy ride U-Haul.
It's like a dream.
But in a nutshell, this is a lot of Iowa. There's a Howlett Materials right here. They're pulling up all the sand and the aggregate out of this land. This is almost in my backyard, really. That's like 3 miles from my home where they're set up. It used to be a floodplain and junk farmland. So we're heading north on, like I said, Morningstar. We're gonna hang a left on Northeast 66th, another left on Northwest Beaver, and we're pretty much there. I just wanted to poke in, show you the surroundings, the scenery. Truck's turning ahead. Ooh. Down there used to be an ultralight plane airport where your crop dusters and shit would take off from. Just straight on, if you go straight on out, you go into Ankeny and Saylorville. We're going to hook the left and we're going to hit Johnston. Kind of give you the layout. I'll show you when we're pulling in. The interstate wouldn't bother you in a loose ass truck like this?
Nope, I'd be really fucking slow.
Alright, this is final approach. Like I said, we took left on 66. Now we're on Northwest Beaver Drive, or Northwest Beaver. It's all this is what Beaver is all the way up and down until you get back south into Des Moines. It's just industrial mostly. There's some residential abutting it. We have some kind of temple up just south or down just south of our shop. Stretch, and we are almost to our new home. My first plow truck I actually bought from that little mechanic shop right there. I don't know what it is now. A 79 Jeep Cherokee. It was a beast. Anybody that wants retarded babies, there's some Highlines for you. Alright, so we're going to pull on the south side of the building around. I think it's going to be our best shot. This is the new complex. does repairs tires, I think, in this. No, he's up in the other one. Lawns Plus. This is where we're at. This is our new place. We're not gonna be able to. This is a new space. We're gonna set the compressor up there. The landlord's got a Bobcat with forks we can use. Heat, well insulated. Those lights suck, but we'll add a lot of our own. It'll end up sitting here. The paint booth will wind up occupying basically off the corner of that window to about here. So we're gonna lose a third of our shop. But like I was explaining in Sunday Morning Coffee, you know, if we might be able to talk those guys to move into another suite, or I don't know. That's where we're at, folks. That's where we're at. Shrinks a lot once you start putting stuff in it. This big space doesn't make Jeremy's head look any smaller, though. What a melon. You know, we threw it in here and got it, you know, we scrubbed the floor, made a pressure wash, Dawn dish soap and scrub. There's still so much grease, but this was one of the lockup areas for a tow company. You know, no matter how much shit you got, you go and upgrade your spot, you realize how much shit you need. You know, the next time we do this, it'll have to be, basically it's gonna have to be professional movers the next time something like this happens. So I guess I better go get me a fucking show so I can act like a jackass on camera. In the state of Iowa, it is legally prohibited to smoke in a commercial building, which is going to cause me to cut down a whole lot on smoking.